hope you're having a great Friday. I'm glad to see y'all today. It's a beautiful day here in Kentucky. It's a little windy outside, but it is 70 degrees and no longer cold, so I am happy. I believe it's also the first day of spring, so happy spring. Today I have just a couple, and I don't have a lot, but I have just a couple of new products to share with you, as well as we are going to paint our little ice cream cones. We're going to make these fun and patriotic, and they're going to be adorable when we're done with them. So that's the plan for today. I do have a really fun new product to share with you that I'm very excited about, and a couple of other small little things. And there is more to come. Oh, I almost forgot something. Hang on, let me grab something else that I almost forgot. I almost forgot to show you that one. Okay, I've got it though, so I can show it to you when it's time. All right, y'all, when you hop on, say hey, let me know you're watching. Hi, Michelle. Hello, Rhea. Hi, Jamie. Hey, Stacy. Good afternoon. I hope y'all are having a fantastic day. Griffin, we are going to grill out a little bit. Griffin, some of you probably know, but my son has COVID. And so he has been quarantined to his room for the last several days. Let's see, since Wednesday. We found out Wednesday morning. And he is struggling with quarantine, which if you've been there, you know, like it's not easy, especially for a child who likes to be hugged and loved on. And so he's struggling a lot with it. So tonight, we're going to grill out some hamburgers outside so Griffin can come outside and can kind of hang out with us within distancing, but at least he can be with us. And Mom and Dad are going to come over as well so that he can see them too. So we're all going to be distancing ourselves. Love his little heart. But we're going to grill some burgers tonight. It's a beautiful day. Andrew's smoking some pork belly as well. So, yes, just excited. Stacy says she's out sitting, getting some vitamin D. That's wonderful. Watching her grandbabies play. Sounds like a great day. Hi, Carol. Hello, Sharon. On YouTube, thanks for watching. Thanks for celebrating, Michelle. Hi, Carol. Good afternoon, Nancy. Happy spring. Hi, Janae. Thank you. He really is fine. Thankfully, it hasn't been very bad. He just has a runny nose, essentially. Now, the first day or two, he had a headache and his stomach was bothering him. He's never gotten sick or anything like that, and his throat was hurting. Now he just says that it's just all, he's gone through an entire box of tissues in like 24 hours. So he's blowing his nose a lot. But thankfully that's about it. So he's done fine. He's just really more than anything struggling with quarantine. So, all right, y'all, let's get into it though. Let's get into our new products, and we're going to paint our ice cream cones. I love these things. I think they are absolutely adorable, and I'm so excited to paint one with y'all today, to show you what I have in my mind with these little cones. All right. So, first of all, new product though. It is Friday, so we're going to talk about a little bit of new items on the website. Last week, I showed you all a bunch of new stuff. We have got a lot of new Patriotic stuff currently, and there is more stuff coming. Okay, so keep your eye out. Y'all, this year is the 250th anniversary of America, so it is a big year for the 4th of July, and I'm really excited about it already. But it's a great opportunity for you to do some fun patriotic crafting. Okay, so we have got two new distress paints. So we have currently the brass, which is my current obsession. The distress paint in tarnished brass. We used this actually last night on our DIY decor box in our Darling Circle when we painted our DIY decor box. All of this here was painted with the brass paint, and look how amazing that looks. So it's a really great color. So that's the brass, but we also have now the antique bronze and the brushed pewter. I haven't tried either one of them yet, so we will be trying them. But you can now buy those as well. So the tarnished brass is really great, but now you can get the antique bronze and the brushed pewter. Oh no, Teresa, that's no fun. Oh goodness, you're going through a lot. Yeah. Oh my word. Why am I yawning? I don't know why I'm yawning. But anyways, thank you all so much for praying for Griffin. Okay, so there's those. We also have these. So a set of 4 of these little 4-inch cones that you can play around with, make all kinds of fun little things. You can do Christmas trees, you can do elf hats, and you can do witch hats, and you can do ice cream cones. You can do all kinds of fun things with these. I know, Christy. So anyways, these come in a set of 4. You know what? I didn't add these. Let me add these really quick, and I can show them on the screen for you. So that y'all can grab them if you want. Oh, and I see another item that I did not add. Hang on just a second. Thinking. Okay, there we go. All right, so the cones right there. So $2.99 for a set of 4 of these little paper mache cones. Okay, super fun. You do lots of fun stuff with those. Christy, we don't, you missed it because you just came on. Griffin has COVID, so he is quarantined until Sunday. So no, we don't have any plans, but tonight we are going to grill out some hamburgers and stuff, so that he can come outside and can socialize a little bit because he's struggling. Okay, the next item, I'm really excited about this one because y'all know that I have been using this glass mat here for quite some time. This thing is wonderful. It is a little pricey, but it is 36 by 24, so it's really good size. It is glass, and it does scratch, but I don't really care about that. But nothing sticks to it. I can get all the paint, all the stuff off of it. And so I love that about it. If they had a bigger one, I'd even buy a bigger one. But they don't. This is the biggest one they have. But anyways, I love it because of that reason. We are now offering to you a smaller version. Okay, and this thing is so cool. So this is a travel version, so you can bring it with you. Or if you love the idea of this but cannot afford to buy one this big, then you can grab this one here for just $40. Kathy, it's like $150, $175, something like that. It depends on what color you get too. So this right here is really great. Okay, so this is by Tim Holtz, okay, and it is 10 1/4 by 15 3/4, and it's the same type of thing. This comes in this really great carrying case though. So it's almost like a laptop type case. And so you can take this with you if you go to crafting events. You can take this with you. How nice is that? And so it just pops out. And here is your mat. So it is the same premise as the one that I use. It has the little non-stick silicone little pads on the bottom. And then it's got, of course, all of your measurements on here. You've got inches, you've got millimeters. And so these are so great to craft with, to craft on, because they don't stick. Nothing sticks to it. You can just scrape it right off, scrape the paint off, wipe the ink right off. If you're using the distress inks, you can wipe the ink right off. They're just fabulous. So these are $40. These are, they are 10 1/4 by 11 3/4. So really great size, especially if you don't have a big crafting area, and you just start crafting like at your dinner table or something like that, then you would like this because it's going to fit. It's not going to take up a bunch of space, and it's easy for you to just get out when you're crafting and then put it away when you're done. Like I said, if you like to go to crafting events and things like that, you would like this as well. So it is white, and then it's got the black lines. Hi, Tony. Hello, Dana. So this is really great. These are 40. I put the QR code there on the screen. You can, if you're always like, how do I use a QR code on my phone? When I've got my phone in my hand, I can't scan this QR code that's on my phone. You take a screenshot of it, go into your photos, and then hold down on that QR code on that photo that you took, and it'll bring it right up. So that is those really great little mats. We do have limited quantities of these. We can get more if we sell out. All right. Okay, and then the last thing is we haven't had this in a long time, but we brought it back for the 4th of July this year. A Patriotic napkin bundle. Y'all, the napkins in this bundle are amazing. Yes, Tony, it is on the website. So I put the QR code right there on the screen. So that is, that'll take you directly to link mat. Okay. The big one is not on my website. It's from Amazon, and I have shared a link before. I can share another link. If you send me a message, I can get you a link. I think it's also on our Amazon storefront as well. We're crafting 2, Dana. We're crafting 2. So we have Patriotic napkin bundle. All right. This bundle has the most adorable Patriotic napkins, and they're not all like have to be patriotic. Some of them can be for other things. They're just red, white, and blue. Okay. So there are some napkins in here that's just blue, that's just red, that are absolutely adorable. But if you go to our website and you look this product up, you will find every single napkin that's in it. You can see the picture of it, so you know what you're buying. There are 2 of every napkin. Okay, so it is a big pack. All right, you can see it is a big pack of napkins. These are high quality napkins as well, and they are absolutely adorable. So stinking cute. We will be doing lots of fun crafts with these napkins because I just love them all. So anyways, it's the first napkin bundle we've had in a long time. All right, so there's the new products for you. The glass mat, the Patriotic napkin bundle, the 4-inch paper mache cones, and then the additional colors of the distress ink, the antiqued bronze, and the brushed pewter. Okay. All right. Today we are going to craft our ice cream cone. Okay. So we've got this little ice cream cone. We are going to craft it. We're going to paint it, rather. I am going to glue this onto something to make it a little bit easier for me to work with. I'm just going to glue it onto a popsicle stick. So I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue and just glue it right onto my popsicle stick, okay? All right, let me see if I've got any plates. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So to start, these are available on the website as well, these cones. Let me put them. We also have 20-inch rounds. We've got the shiplap and the plain ones as well. If you want to do a door hanger, we have those as well. They're $9.99 a piece. Let me find the cones. Here's the cones. They're $4.99. Okay. Okay, let me grab some paint brushes. All right. So we're going to paint the entire cone in fawn. All right. That's going to be our base coat. Well, good grief. What in the world just fell? Oh, my brush. Okay. All right, so we're going to use fawn. This is a Deco Art color. We have this on our website. It's one of my favorite colors to use. This is going to be our base coat for the entire cone. I'm going to paint the whole cone in fawn, all right? You'll see why, but this is definitely going to be the color of our cone, and then it's going to be the base color for the ice cream. What's everyone else doing this weekend? What are y'all up to this weekend? Anybody doing anything fun? Andrew and I do have a dinner to go to at church on Saturday if we are able to make it. It's a dinner that was supposed to be had during Valentine's Day, but they had to cancel it because of the snow. Because we had such horrible weather over Valentine's Day. Or during that time. I'm not 100% sure when it was. It wasn't on Valentine's Day. So, one coat. I'll see if I need additional coats on the cone itself. Y'all, I have the vision for this, and if I can make it happen, it's going to be so cute. Okay, so there we go. All right, we got that painted. Let's try it, see how it looks. Hi, Ruby. Good to see you. Oh, fun, Terry. I love Toby Mac. I've been seeing Toby Mac for a long time. I have a lot of good memories at Toby Mac concerts. I see a couple of spots that I missed. So, funny story, just in thinking about Toby Mac. I started seeing Toby Mac, when I was a teenager in high school, our church did a lot of concerts. But I went to church with Andrew's family, Andrew himself, and his parents, and was actually more involved with Andrew's parents than I was with Andrew. And they always went to this big Christian festival at a amusement park in Ohio called Kings Island. And they have this festival called Spirit Song. I'm going to do a second coat on this. And it was like a 2 or 3 day festival. And a bunch of Christian artists came, and you would watch all of these different concerts. And I just have so many great memories. And so one of those concerts was Toby Mac. We watched a ton of Toby Mac concerts at Spirit Songs. He was there every year. He was usually one of the headliners. And things are a lot different now than they were then as far as his music goes. He's calmed down a lot since then. But Andrew went to one Spirit Song with me when we were dating, and the others I actually went with his parents before we had ever even thought about dating. All right, I am doing a second coat on the whole thing, including the ice cream part. You're gonna love it, Terry. He's really great in concert. Really good. Like I said, he's calmed down a lot through the years. He's also been through a lot. But always liked his music. Okay. That looks good. All right. So, now that we've got 2 coats on this, we're going to move on to the swirl, okay? We've got our cone, kind of the color we want. We're going to add some stuff to it later to make it look even better. But for now, we're going to move on to the swirl. Before we paint the swirl, though, we are going to do a little wax on it. Yes, Dana. I have tried them. They're amazing. But I really like all of the fruit bars. I buy the zero sugar ones, the minis, and they're like 20, 30 calories a piece. They're wonderful. Where did that come from? That was random. I'm not sure. Someone must have said something. All right. Okay, so there we have that base coat. Okay, now we're gonna do some wax, and I'm just gonna do the wax on the swirl ice cream. Okay, not on the cone, just on the swirl. Just kind of rubbing that on. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we need red, white, and blue. So I'm using peacock blue here, and I'm not too concerned about the colors being bright. I'm going to make them look a little more faded later. So I'm hoping this is going to be fine. So I'm using warm white, Santa red, and peacock blue. Very traditional, patriotic colors, okay? All right, we're gonna start with the red at the bottom. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a brush and I'm just gonna start painting the swirl at the bottom. and I don't think this paintbrush is going to work for me. Let me get a different one. Let's see here. What paintbrush do I want? This one might work. Let's try this one. Dana, I don't really understand Whatnot. I have looked into it before, though. So I am just kind of doing this freehand. Just painting around the comb. And I'm going to do just kind of that first level of the swirl in red. Okay, just like this. Elaine, I'm doing Patriotic, so whatever color, whatever flavor you think this should be. So we're doing it red, white, and blue. Takes a lot of concentration, if you can tell. Okay, so here's what it's looking like so far. And so I'm going to go around, all the way around until I come to a point where I feel like I'm ready to switch to white. So essentially the entire bottom layer is going to be red. Hey, Irene. Dana says cherry. That sounds appropriate for a red, white, and blue ice cream cone. Okay, so as I get around the other side where it's coming together, meeting up with the other, we're just going to stop it. And so what I'm going to do is just kind of bring it down. I think I'm just going to sort of bring this down to meet up with the other side. I'm not really sure yet how I want the colors to meet, so we're going to start with that. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so like this. All right. Do I like that? Trying to decide on the white and if that's enough red or if I need more red. If I want to bring it over further. I think I'm going to bring it over a little bit further. I'm going to keep going a little bit further with it. this looks good. Like I said, I'm just sort of bringing it down at an angle. Okay, like that. I think that looks good. All right, so then let's dry this and we'll move on to white. Hey, Sandy. And I don't know if I want to do a second coat or not. It covered pretty well, which this color underneath is a really good color to use for that base. I'm gonna touch it up a little bit. There's a couple of spots that look like they need to be a little darker. Okay. Dana from Amazon. You just search for pink heat tool or heat gun, you'll find it. All right. Okay, so there's our red. All right, so now we're going to move on to white. Let me get another brush for it. Something that's got a little bit of precision to it. Okay. All right, so let's go in with the white now. So it's going to be the next layer. Y'all seeing how this is coming together, kind of getting the vibe for what I'm doing? This is going to be cute, y'all. Yay, Christy, thank you so much. So now I'm just butting this right up to the red. Just like that. All right. And I'm just going to come around, trying to decide where I want the blue to start. I think I'm going to keep going around a little bit past where the red started or ended. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing, and we're just going to sort of bring that down. At an angle. So that we have the white swirled. think I want to bring it over a little bit further. Now that I see it from this side. So Jane, this could be used as like a shelf sitter. It could be used as a bowl filler. So if you did several different ones and put them in a bowl, that would be super cute. A tiered tray, it would be adorable in a tiered tray. Okay. Just going to make that a little bit longer. All right, there we go. Okay, we will need a second coat, I think, for this, for the white. You know, now that I'm sitting here looking at this, I need to go a little bit further with it. That's not looking right. Keep going a little bit further. Okay. I think that's better. All right, let's try this again. You could definitely put sprinkles on it. We're gonna go for a little bit of a primitive look with this, but you could definitely do sprinkles. Because I'm gonna go a little primitive, I don't think the sprinkles would quite work. But you could make it very fun and, you know, not primitive and do sprinkles and all the fun things. Okay, so I'm gonna do a second coat. Try and get that white covered a little bit better. Okay, I think that's pretty good. All right, there we go. Okay, so then we're gonna move on and we're gonna do the blue on the top. So this is what it's looking like. How cute is that? Okay, so we need blue. I'm gonna use this brush, I think. So then we just do the rest in the blue. It makes a huge difference, Cheryl. Of course, now that I've gotten the base painted and I'm pretty much done with the base, you know, I don't really need that popsicle stick as much anymore, but it makes it so much easier. So just got this little bit left here to get. There we go. All right. Okay, let's dry this, and then I'm going to do a second coat. And then we're going to move on to our distressing. Oops, I see a little bit there on the top that I didn't get. Which a lot of this is separating right now because of the wax, which is totally fine because I want that. We added wax to this after we painted it with the fawn. Then we did a coat of wax, candle wax, on just the swirl in order to help us with distressing. We're going to do a little distressing with this. Okay, so I'm going to go in and give it a little bit better of a coat. All right. Okay, let's give this a dry. It's looking so cute. Look at that. How adorable. All right, so just gonna dry this really good, and then we're gonna start distressing this, and we're gonna distress only the swirl part. Only the ice cream part, not the cone. One little part here that doesn't want to dry all the way. Thank you all. I'm glad you like it. But you could do so many things with this. So I'm doing a patriotic, but it's great for summer. It doesn't have to be for the 4th of July alone. You know, you can do all kinds of different themes with this. And you could just do like vanilla cones or strawberry cones or something like that, and just keep it really simple. Okay, so now that we have it painted, we're going to distress the swirl, the ice cream part. So I'm just going to take my sander. So remember, we did do the wax, okay, on the swirl before we painted it, which is going to allow us to really easily remove the paint. And what that's going to do is reveal that fawn underneath. And the reason why I like that is because it gives it this wood look. Okay, so you're not removing so much that you see the white. You're just removing enough that you just see that fawn. And adding the wax helps with that so that you don't have to sand so hard that you get down to the white underneath. And so it just very, very gently sand, and you'll remove that paint in those areas where the wax was applied. So dang cute. Yeah, we do not sell the heat tool, but yeah, you can get it on Amazon. I'm just trying to remove all the excess paint. Okay. Just like that. Isn't that adorable? All right, so now we're just going to distress this a little bit further and bring out the details of the comb, okay? So I'm gonna bring out my distress ink and I'm gonna use frayed burlap, I think. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see here. Okay. So I'm using my distress ink, and this is the frayed burlap. Let's see if this is going to be dark enough. No, it is not. Let's go darker. That one's not going to work for me. Let's try. Let me start with gathered twigs, and we might do, let's do walnut stain. Let's try walnut stain. Thank you, Teresa. I don't know. If that's dark enough for me or not. I think it is. Yeah. All right. Just got to get enough applied. I think I can remove this now. Yes, Teresa, he has a full appetite. He's been eating orange sherbet at least twice a day currently, and he's loving that. Okay, so see, as we go over it, we get that, it brings out that detail on the comb. Okay, just like that. How cute. And then we're going to do the same thing on the swirl. So I'm just taking this distress ink and I'm just going in the direction of the swirl with it and just sort of rubbing it on. This will have to set a little bit because you will kind of remove some of that ink. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. How stinking cute does that look? And y'all, doesn't it look wooden? But it's not. It's not wood. Isn't that absolutely adorable? So think about a few of these in a little bowl together. That would be so cute as like a little decoration. then I think it would be adorable just sitting as like a little shelf sitter. That would be so cute. And it also would be really cute in a tiered tray as well. So y'all, these are available. The QR code is right down here at the bottom of the screen. And we just painted it up with some paint. That's it. And did a little distressing on it with our distress inks. You could also use paint to distress it with as well. You could use raw umber to distress it also. But I just love how that turned out. So much fun. You could even put a hole in these and make like a little banner or something like that if you wanted to. So much fun. All right, y'all. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Have an amazing weekend, y'all. And I will see you all on Monday.